So good, still looks wet.
It's called planetwar, mate. That's what it's called, planetwar.
I suppose too, if you vaporised, your dog tag's probably going to survive a bit longer than your flesh would do.
Yeah.
About the madness of war.
What do you think it was? It's a big person's leg, got to give him that.
They used to say in the First World War, missing in action, but it just basically means blown to bits. And you know, you've got no chance of finding. That's why you have dog tags. It's just a sad reflection on life, isn't it? That you get it as you're eating your tea of ice, you're watching the news, and there's just carnage everywhere.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Cool.
I was compelled to make it. I just felt the need to make it, you know what I mean? Because we just seem to be slaughtering each other at the present moment in time.
Yeah, it's dreadful. I think it doesn't really stop. That's the problem, is it? It just moves from one place to the next, and then to the next, and to the next.
Exactly, and that's
They say the world's not at war, but it kind of is.
That's what this is called. This piece of work. It's called planetwar.
Yeah, there's some dreadful images coming out of Syria.
Yeah, terrible.
And I think the thing that freaks me out the most about that is that I've been there, I've travelled in those countries quite a lot, years ago, and it's just like anywhere else. And I think people have got this sort of impression of a place that's just, somehow life's cheaper, for us to look at it, and it's just like, well, yeah, but it's that kind of, it's in the Middle East, it's there,
exactly.
You see, I'm an old bloke, and I just don't understand why we're going back to the 1920s and 30s, because we know where that led.
Exactly.
And for me, it really resonates. I spend a lot of time in Germany. I've got friends there, and I've always been a student of history. Anyway, and well, I say student, never did history as a study, but interested. And it's given me the ideas I had when I was 20 and 30. It's really reinforced them now. Well, I'd say 20, when I was a student, 60s. It's really reinforced it.
Yeah.
And we are no different from the people who voted for the Nazis in the 30s. No different at all. It's the same kind of, ordinary good people face to face can contribute to make something that ends up being really monstrous. It's hard to win hearts and minds. You're doing something for it, though.
Well, to be honest with you, we've had a really positive reaction to it. We haven't had no negativity at all on it, really. Curiosity, absolutely. It's also a reference to when my mother was a child, when Liverpool was bombed during the Second World War. The whole street where she lived was completely and utterly obliterated. She was only a young girl at the time, and all these bodies of families were outside with like white sheets over them.